There were some awesome metal records in June and July.
Yeah, man, you want to hear all of these, be sure to stick around for them.
Let's kick it off with some alien tech death. The Zenith Passage, Datalysium. The Zenith Passage really hits the intergalactic gym in this album, flexing and stretching those musical alien biceps like there's no tomorrow.
We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger down here.
None of the songs got the memo about the slow days, apparently, and their power-packed marathons crammed with head-spinning twists and explosive drumming. It's a wonder that they managed to fit all that chaos into a snug 45-minute album. It is complete fucking madness.
Madness. It's madness, I tell you.
Datalysium is freakishly good at what it does. Laser-focused, I'd say remarkable at hitting every trope of the tech death checklist before it even catches its breath. For tech death connoisseurs, Datalysium is a familiar old friend with some insane new party tricks. The Zenith Passage has taken a well-trodden tech death blueprint and supercharged it, not only showing off their strengths, but also embracing their ghostly influences to concoct the ultimate final form here. This album is a mesmerizing mashup of eerie electronics and tech death. It's a killer and worthy sequel to the band's previous nightmarish narratives. Do not miss this one.
I've got a lot of love for Saturnus, depending on what day it is. I think Veronica Decides to Die would easily be like in my top 10, 20 albums of all time. This band has the ability to mesmerize its audience, conveying deep human emotions through their blend of post-rock and harrowing doom. This was the song that got me pumped, dude. I absolutely adore the chorus on this. It hits so fucking hard. I was really hoping that the rest of the album would be on this level of epic melodic sadness. Much to my dismay, The Calling is truly the pinnacle of this album. What's wrong with that? Well, typically Saturnus does a great job of having a nice ebb and flow to their music. When the best song comes on and you've still got another 35 minutes of music left, well, I don't know. It just kind of feels poorly paced, especially with the bland track like Eventide to follow it up.
You knew it too. And then you walked away.
Teddy, hold that sad thought for 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Unlike some of my contemporaries named Brandon, I think the production on this one is fine. Fleming Rasmussen did a good job. Overall, I like this album a lot. I was surprised to find that a couple of these tracks are skippable, an unfortunate ding to an otherwise stellar album.
Voyager, Fearless in Love. This album is an adventure, man. Voyager's latest 80s synth pop meets prog metal epic is totally dominating my playlist. I love this record. From the catchy vibes to the brutal heavy cameos, this album is a prog metal party, and it brought the best snacks. The band brought in Sean Armanis from Make Them Suffer to join in on the unclean vocals, adding a dash of brutality and spice that I kind of wish was on the other tunes. But that just makes that track in particular all the more special. Submarine is an absolute showstopper, serving up a grandiose Devin Townsend-inspired finale. This record knows how to balance that prog metal goodness, channeling the spirit of other killer bands in the genre, while doing something totally unique with it. It's just a blast, especially with those 80s new wave vibes at times. Voyager's been clever too, evolving their sound without losing their signature charm, and staying accessible all for their new Eurovision fans, while dishing out the metal to the longtime fans like us. Fearless in Love has got the goods, dude. It's a colorful and fun ride that'll stick with you, and I think it's a new favorite of mine in their catalog.
Holy shit, dude, let's go! Almost a decade after their latest full-length, this progressive melodic death symphonic Power Shred Fest is back, and fuck, they have been missed, man. If you love high-level guitar playing that uses advanced harmony concepts to create complex progressions, you had better turn this album on in pronto. There's no doubt that this band has reached their peak with albums like Pitch Black Progress and Holographic Universe, but to see them delivering such high-quality music in 2023 is nothing short of astounding. This isn't, by any stretch of the imagination, a perfect record, okay? Let's just get that out the way. There are a few similar, or as we like to say here, samey songs, but I promise that you'll forget all about that bland flavor when you get smashed in the head by one of their intricate syncopations, followed by the brutal death growls. Maybe not in their top 3, but I think easily one of the best of the year in this subgenre, for sure.
Black metal fans who love the woods, which is a lot of you. Blackbraid, the brainchild of Skagasoa, a gust of fresh air that just blew onto the black metal scene, spicing things up with a unique blend of indigenous vibes and earth-loving mojo. His music paints a vivid picture like a sonic black metal Bob Ross.
We don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents.
Summoning the allure of North American deserts and plains as naturally as Norwegian black metal bands summon frosty landscapes. Unlike some black metal solo acts, though, Blackbraid isn't shy about using the latest tech to amp up the depth and resonance in the tunes. Twilight Hymn of the Ancient Blood sounds so freaking crisp. You'd swear it was recorded in a mountain cave while you're right there with the band. No guitar crunch or drum beat gets lost in the mix, and I love that. It's just a great balance all around. My biggest critique of the last record was the lack of Native American sounding instruments, and while Blackbraid II does step it up here, I do feel like there still could be more. There are other bands in this subgenre like Nachachwin or Panopticon who have done a really good job here, and I think there's room for improvement, but this record is stellar. It's a powerful and emotional record, perfect for the upcoming fall season or any woodland hike.
The Catafalque, Alföld, Vaak in 2021 absolutely fucking blew us away with its variety of avant-garde, neo-folk, technical black metal. This one-man act has been dropping wild, unforeseen metal albums for about 2 decades, if you're not aware, injecting Hungarian influences into the music and themes of this highly talented band. One of the things that I love most about that Catafalque is how founder Tomas Katai has brought on a multitude of virtuosos, experimenting with wild fusions of genres that most bands in the metal category would never attempt to bring into their fold. Listen to what I mean. This album is so fucking engaging, dude. It's easily the heaviest record they've ever released, but they don't cram it down your throat like a lot of ham-fisted extreme metal bands. There's been a lot of comparisons to early Aetherian. Yeah, and I can kind of see it. The aggression on this one is just so intriguing. It's so good. If you've tried out that Catafalque before, you liked Vaak, you better get on this one too.
All right, this is an album that no one is really talking about enough. If you like melodic death metal, pay the fuck attention. This is Aetherium at Storm's Edge. This album was quite the melodic death metal surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker.
They've taken the best parts of Insomnium and Bellicor and whipped up something truly inspiring and surprising. Each track has a unique personality and flows beautifully into one another. Sure, it doesn't change the game, but man, is this fucking great. There are some unique parts on this record too, like the tracks containing the Greek choirs of shouting warriors in a whirlwind of catchy choruses and furious riffing. What sets this album apart from its intelligent songwriting is each track feels like a mini epic, taking you through multiple movements before landing back on a familiar riff. It's like having 7 miniature albums all in one, all fiercely purified in fire, and it fucking rules.
Cast it into the fire!
The guitars are the shining stars here, without a doubt, spewing addictive riffs and soaring solos that drip with emotion. And the drums, the beating heart of the music here, drive with precision and indomitable energy. Aetherian's music is just too good to be held back. So grab your weapon of choice, folks, for a journey of perfect arcs, endless hooks, and pure mellow death goodness.
Before the Dawn, Stormbringers. Another band that has been in hibernation for about a decade, these Finnish melodic death metalers are bringing the storm with this brand new album. Like everything Thomas Sokinen touches, this album is very sorrowful, utilizing melancholic harmonies and melodies that you'd normally expect maybe from a doom metal album or a post-rock record. These are welcome additions to the typical gruff biker attitude that this genre is often associated with. There's a lot of hate for the new vocalist on this record, with some of you even wishing that the Dawn of Solace vocalist was doing the cleans on this album. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Paavo Lopati is a young, up-and-coming musician with a lot of energy, and if you ask me, he's got some fucking skill. Give him some time to work out the kinks, particularly with Before the Dawn. But I wouldn't say, skip the album because of the clean vocals. I don't think it's worth that. Give this one a shot if you want to hear some solid Finnish melodic death metal.
We're going to the thrash roots. This one is so freaking good. Cavalera Conspiracy, Morbid Visions, redone.
Nice.
Max and Igor Cavalera have taken us on a metal time machine here, and it is so sick.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
Their new releases are like a brilliant blast from the past, preserving the pure and exuberant violence of the 85 and 86 originals, but with a fresh twist here. Max's guitar tone is so freaking killer. It's like he performed a guitar exorcism and sacrificed it to the goddamn metal gods. Let's not forget Max's vocals too. Modern soulfly bark with the capacity for higher screams. He's like a metal werewolf, dude, and it's so sick. That reverb, he cranks it up to create a cavernous and evil vibe all over the tracks, making the music just feel bigger and meaner than ever. The Morbid Visions material is the true winner here out of the remakes, but the new Bestial Devastation is also pretty damn rad. Max dialed in that 85 guitar vibe while adding his decades of experience here. It's like vintage metal with a modern edge, and it's so awesome. And Igor's rhythms are so tight with just pure death thrash madness. These re-recordings remind us just how mighty the source material was too, deserving wider recognition and appeal. The Cavalera brothers are like metal guardians, man, preserving that raw and unpredictable spirit, showing true integrity and respect for their own metal legacy and, of course, the fans.
Fenn, Monuments to Absence. Fennelly! This band has put something out that actually speaks to me. On paper, dude, this band is everything I want in a black metal act, with their fusion of atmospheric black metal and post-rock. Everything I heard from them, however, up until this point, basically just sounded like second-rate Agalloch. I couldn't get my head around what was unique and original with this band. Consider me converted, folks. That Pacific Northwest Cascadian black metal sound is here, but it drinks tea and insists on saying tally-ho every time you go somewhere.
Then at least speak English.
Fenn have made it a point to remain unique, introducing clean vocals on tracks like Truth is Futility. Check that one out. The highs are high on this album, man, but to say it's well-paced would be an outright fucking lie. I would lie to you if I said that. It's fucking bloated, and there's really no excuse for it, if you ask me. I don't want to vibe out to the mediocre monotony. I want you to fucking hammer me with your best shit and get the fuck out of the way.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go.
Unfortunately, if you want to find the gems in this record, you gotta have to sit through some fat. It's still worth it, but don't blame me if you end up checking your watch a few times while this one plays.
What are some of your favorite metal records from June and July? Leave those down in the comments below.
Go with the gods, Forge Mates. Remain fearless in love.